In this video, let us solve question number 37 of CBSE Class 10 Maths, Sample Question Paper 2024. The question carries 4 marks and is taken from the chapter Coordinate Geometry. The question is, Tharunya was thrilled to know that football tournament is fixed with a monthly time frame from 20th July to 20th August 2023. And for the first time in FIFA Women's World Cup's history, two nations host in 10 venues. Her father felt that the game can be better understood if the position of players is represented as points in a coordinate plane. The figure is given. The first question is, at an instant, midfielders and forward formed a parallelogram. Find the position of the central midfielder. D. If the position of other players who formed parallelogram are A 1, 2, B 4, 3 and C 6, 6. The second question is, there is an internal choice in the question. Check if the mid keeper G negative of 3, 5 and sweeper H 3, 1 and wing back K 0, 3 fall on the same straight line. Or the other question is, check if the full back J 5, 3 and central back I negative of 4, 6 are equidistant from the forward C 0, 1 and if C is the midpoint of IJ. Question number 3. If the defensive midfielder A 1, 4 attacking the midfielder B 2, negative of 3 and striker E A, B lie on the same straight line and B is equidistant from A and E, find the position of E. Now let us solve the first one. At the instance, midfielders and forward form a parallelogram like this. Let us join the points. This forms a parallelogram. Find the position of central midfielder. This is the central midfielder. D. If the position of other players who formed the parallelogram are, this is A 1, 2, this is B 4, 3, this is C 6, 6. Now you have to find the position of midfielder D. Let the coordinates of D be x, y. Now the parallelogram look like this. The important feature of the parallelogram is the diagonals bisect each other. Means AC diagonal bisect BD. Here O is the midpoint of AC as well as BD. Now we can find the midpoint of AC, that is O, using the formula. Coordinates of midpoints is equal to x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Here x1 is 1, x2 is 6 by 2, comma, y1 is 2, y2 is 6 by 2. This is the midpoint of what? AC. This is also the midpoint of BD. What is the midpoint of BD? 4 plus x by 2, comma 3 plus y by 2. So now we can say that 1 plus 6 by 2 is equal to 4 plus x by 2, and 2 plus 6 by 2 is equal to 3 plus y by 2. This is how we can find x and y. Here 2 and 2 get cancels. Here also 2 and 2 get cancels. Here we can say that 1 plus 6 is equal to 4 plus x. 2 plus 6 is equal to 3 plus y. So now let us write 4 plus x is equal to 7. X is equal to 7 minus 4. So x is equal to 3. Here 3 plus y is equal to 8. Y is equal to 8 minus 3. So y is equal to 5. So coordinates of D are 3, 5. So the position of the central midfielder D, this one, is 3, 5. Therefore, the position of the central midfielder is 3, 5. The second question is check if the goalkeeper G minus 3, 5. This one G. Sweeper H 3, 1. This is H. This is G. This is H. And wing back K03. This is K. Fall on the same straight line. Straight line means fall on the same straight line. If these points are in straight line, the area of the triangle formed by these points is equal to 0. The given points are G minus 3, 5. This is G. H 3, 1. K 0, 3. If they are in straight line, the area of the triangle formed by it is 0. Now let us check. Area of the triangle is equal to half into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. Here let this be x1, y1, this be x2, y2, this be x3, y3. Then let us substitute the values. Half into x1 is negative of 3, y2 is 1, y3 is 3, plus x2 is 3, y3 is 3, y1 is 5, x3 is 0, y1 is 5, y2 is 1. That is equal to half into here negative of 3, here negative of 2, plus 3 into this one is negative of 2, this one is 0. 0 into something is 0. That is equal to half into this is positive of 6, This is negative of 6, half into this is 0. 6 minus 6 is 0. So area of the triangle is 0. So the points G, H and K fall on the same straight line. So the G, H and K fall on the same straight line. Now let us solve the OR question. Check if full back J 5 negative of 3 and center back negative of 4 comma 6 are equidistant from forward C 0 comma 1 and if C is the midpoint of IJ. Here what we have to do, where is J? Full back J. This is the point J. This is the center back L. These are the points which are equidistant from the forward point 0, comma 1. Means we have to check if Cj is equal to Ci. And also we have to check if C is the midpoint of Ij. If it is the midpoint of Ij, means if we join these two, it should fall on it. Now let us check. If J and L are equidistant from C, then what should happen? Cj is equal to Ci. Now we have to check if Cj is equal to Ci, isn't it? Now we have to use the distance formula D, which is equal to x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Now let us find Cj. Let this be x1 y1. Let this be x2 y2. Then distance between Cj is 5 minus 1 the whole square plus negative of 3 minus 1 the whole square, that is equal to 5 square 25. Here minus 3 minus 1 minus 4 16. 25 plus 16, what it is? Root of 51. Now let us check the distance between Ci. Again we have to use the distance formula. Okay, let this be x1, y1, this be x2, y2. So this is negative of 4 minus 0 the whole square plus 6 minus 1 the whole square. This is 4 square 16, this is 5 square 25, that is equal to root of 51. So we can say that Cj is equal to Ci. Then now we can say that full back J 5 comma negative of 3 and center back I negative of 4 6 are equidistant from forward C 0 comma 1. So J and I are equidistant from I. Now we have to check if C is the midpoint of Ij. Means we have to check if C is the midpoint of I and J. Means let the coordinates of C be x by means midpoint. Let this be x1, y1 and this be x2, y2. Now we know the coordinates of the midpoint. Xy is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. If C is the midpoint of ij, if we take the midpoints of I and j, it should be 0, comma 1. Let us check. Here x1 is 5, x2 is negative of 4 by 2, y1 is negative of 3, y2 is positive of 6 by 2. This is 1 by 2, this is 3 by 2, which is not equal to 0, comma 1. So C is not the midpoint of I and J. If defensive midfielder A1, 4, where it is this one. Attacking midfielder B2, negative of 3, where it is this one. And striker A, B, where it is this one. Lie on the same straight line, we can see it is a same straight line. B is equidistant from, this B is equidistant from A and E. Find the position of E. Now let us solve this question. Okay, now let us have the coordinates of A, B and C. Now according to the question, B is equidistant from the points A and E. This is B, equidistant. Means B is the midpoint of A and E. Coordinate of A is 1, 4. Coordinate of B is 2, negative of 3. Coordinate of E is A, B. This should be midpoint. So let the coordinate of this be xy. This one is x1, y1. This one is x2, y2. Now we know the formula that coordinates of the midpoint xy is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2, comma y1 plus y2 by 2. Here xy is negative of 2, 3. X1 is 1. X2 is A upon by 2, comma y1 is 4. Y2 is B by 2. So now we have 2, negative of 3 is equal to 1 plus A by 2, 4 plus B by 2. So 2 is equal to 1 plus A by 2. So it implies that 1 plus A is equal to 4. A is equal to 4 minus 1, 3. Here negative of 3 is equal to 4 plus B by 2. Transpose negative of 6 is equal to 4 plus B. So B is equal to negative of 10. Thus the position of the striker E is 3, negative of 10.